Well, another series draws to a close and our gallery's filled with a whole new set of photos. But what happens when we take those pictures down? Some rogues go out of business, some see the error of their ways, and some try to carry on as before. They don't always succeed, though, as you're about to find out.
Yeah, it's update time and I'm out on a road trip, or even rogue trip. I love all this. The wind in my helmet, trusty steel stallion between the legs of my Kevlar reinforced jeans, and what's best of all, I'm off to one of my favourite places. Yorkshire. I love Yorkshire. The dales, the moors, the bit in between the dales and the moors, and the people. I love the people.
Hey, by gum, there's that lad off Rogue Traders.
Why, aye, lass. Happen as like, happen as maybe.
What on earth was that? That was like a little bit Geordie, a little bit Polish, a little bit Cornish.
I've been practising all night listening to Emmerdale going toot Woolpack. I hate Emmerdale.
We're not in Yorkshire. I mean, we wanted to be, but it's the end of the series and the budget's gone. In our imaginations, where travel is free, let's go to Wakefield to revisit gas fitter Brian Lloyd, who we did actually travel to meet in 2009. Now, back then, Brian was trading as the Gas House, and his speciality was servicing fires, gas ones, funnily enough. That all would have been fine if he wasn't breaking the law by doing it. Because he'd previously been struck off the Corgi register twice. And he was being investigated by the health and safety executive for causing a gas leak at a customer's home. And yet, we heard he was still at it. So, we called him out to this house to service this filthy fire. And my 2009 self was waiting to step in the moment he overstepped the law, i.e. do anything other than clean the fire.
Hello. Gas. Yes, hi. Come in.
Right.
Yes.
And
there's the boiler behind it.
all right, behind the back boiler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really dirty, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's now taking the screws out on the fire. And then as soon as that fire comes away, that's it, he's broken the law. Here we go, he's now broken the law.
Yeah, it didn't take Brian long. Oh, and that was Jamie Cooper, by the way, our gas guru for the day.
You need to check, see if he's got any documentation.
Sorry, while I remember, my dad said to ask for your, what is it? It's not Corgi, gas safe card?
Yeah, I'll give you that when we go.
Yeah, Brian.
Have you got it?
Yeah, I'll give you that, yeah.
Oh, great.
Go on then, Brian. Where is it?
Is it just a number or something? Or?
We have it in the shop, yeah. Have you seen the shop in Ossett?
No, I haven't, no.
Yeah, we've got a proper showroom in.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it was a proper showroom, but to be a proper gas fitter, he needed to have one of these, a proper gas safe card and number, and he didn't.
We can't let it go any further, so we're going to call in just a group of guys we got together.
To show Brian he was behaving like a gas fitter from 100 years ago, we drafted in the help of a Victorian street urchin who just happened to be passing.
Are you following this?
And a traditional Yorkshire brass band. Think Hovis, you know.
Hey, I remember when I was a lad and no gas fitters were gas safe registered. They were just blokes who turned up with spanners and did what they liked. No, I'm a Victorian boy. They'd had no qualifications, no book learning, and the landlords, they didn't care, as long as they get the done cheap. But the thing is, with gas fitters, if they're not done properly...
How you doing?
I'm all right.
You're all right. Matt, all right. BBC Road Traders.
Hello, you all right?
How you doing? Yeah, I'm very good, Brian. Those were the bad old days, of course. Back in Victorian Edwardian times when gas fitters could be just about anyone. They could be underqualified, not qualified at all.
Now, of course, you have to be gas safe registered.
You do?
And you're not, are you?
I am.
No, you're not.
I've just got my papers through.
We know that's not the case. And in fact, you've been investigated for work you've done recently by Gas Safe themselves because the house was left in an unsafe condition.
Right.
I promise you, we know what we're talking about.
Listen, I've watched this program. I'm not going to stand it. I've got my papers in at home.
Well, you haven't got a Gas Safe card with you. Gas
Oh,
Safe know
listen.
nothing about you apart from the work that they've had to investigate to put right. You're breaking the law by doing the work that you're doing and claiming to be certified and that you know what you're doing, when in fact you're not. Are you? You're not. Are we gonna agree on the fact now that you're not Gas Safe registered? We know that you do not have the correct certification. You're dangerous, Brian.
Now, Brian never did show us his papers, but his past caught up with him a few months later, because in February 2010, the HSE prosecuted him for causing that gas leak, and he was once again banned from doing any gas work.
Thank goodness for that.
That's not the end of the story. 6 months later, he'd broken the law again, installing a boiler dangerously.
What kind of an update is that?
Let me finish. May 2012, this year, he was up in court pleading guilty to 2 offences against the gas safety regulations and 1 charge of breaching a prohibition notice. He was ordered to do 250 hours community service and to pay £500 against costs.
£500?
That's a monkey.
Never did quite get the hang of that Yorkshire thing, did she? Let's hope she doesn't learn to speak like our next rogue either. He has a mouth like a sewer. As for his work, that's also shambolic.